All right, so we're going to get into the basic tools here. So if you notice up in this upper left corner, that's where your basic tools are. So your drawing tools, you have a pencil. If you kind of click it and draw, you'll see just a thin line shows up. And you also have a brush down here. Your brush is kind of a thicker line with different options. And you also have a pen right here. So all of these are free form drawing tools that have different settings. So just kind of click between those. Notice that when you color, there are options over here. So I can make it thicker if I want to, and things like that. So just kind of draw a couple shapes, maybe move those settings a little bit, and notice the difference. Okay, we also have right here our recycle bin. This will get rid of everything I just drew. So if I push it, it's gone. If I'm like, oh shoot, I wanted that, I can go to edit and undo, and it'll bring back whatever I just did. Our other tools, an erase tool. This, if you're just erasing part of it, you would want to use this one. But I have to hold down and kind of drag, just kind of like a real eraser, right? You have to go over the same spot again and again. Same for the erase tool. One thing you're really going to need to know once we get to animation is kind of how to move these things around. Because right now they're stuck on my screen. I can't move anything. So to move things around on your screen, you need to select it with this selector tool. So look at which one's the select tool. You can also hover your mouse and the name will show up. I click it and I highlight over top of my shape. I don't want any other shapes because whatever's in here is what's going to move. And I just want to move this one shape. But right now, if I do that, I'm just moving the box, which is not what I want. So I'll kind of adjust it so it's just right around mine, make sure it's just the one shape I want to move. And then I push on the move tool. It's this arrow with the plus sign. I click that, and now I can move this shape. So that is going to be very helpful as we start to animate, and we'll want to be able to move pieces around. Other things to play with. This tool right here lets you draw straight lines. So I can draw and click and draw and click, draw and click, draw and click, and it's kind of going wherever I go. If I want it to stop following me, I do my final click and then I push enter on my keyboard. And now it's stopped following me. Another thing you can do is play with the colors. So right here is the fill tool. So if something is completely enclosed, like this shape, this oval, I can fill it in. On this upper right corner is where my color is. So I can click on green and then I can get to a more refined green if I want to and pick just the right green for me. I'll go, okay, that looks good. And then with my fill tool, I can just click and fill. Since we're in what's called bitmap, it's not fully there because it's a little bit pixelated if you zoom in, but it's still mostly filled, so it's looking pretty good. Another kind of trick here is this one. So let's say I go to another color. I want purple. I do this purple. Say, ooh, I want that exact same green. So instead of having to like look all around for that green, I can choose this, which is my eyedropper tool. So I can take that, click on the green that I want, and now I can go back to my fill bucket and fill a shape with that same color in case I decide I need it. The smudge tool does what it says, just kind of smudges things up. I don't really use that very much, but you might find a creative way to do that. You can click around on any other tools you see, but just spend some time understanding what the program can do. A lot of times kids accidentally hide this toolbar. So if your toolbar or anything's looking weird, if you go to Windows and then reset Windows, so let's say I accidentally close this, and I go, what the heck? It's gone, right? It's gone. I can go to Windows, reset Windows, and it will come back. So we'll spend a little time kind of playing around and see what you can figure out.